Hey you, are you new or free to play in Trove? Are you sick of getting trashed on by hard dotem? Do you want more PR? Grind more. Do you hate how pay to win this game is? Suck it up and get a job. Don't have money to spend on Trove? Now I've been in your position. I know it can suck to try and catch up with your friends who might have put 2,000 more hours or dollars into the game. So what I've got here for you are 5 tips for free to play and or new players in Trove. They won't make you 34k PR overnight, but they should help you along your Trove journey. Without further ado, let's get started. Let's start it off with tip number 1, which is start flipping. Flipping is one of the best ways to make your Flux grow in Trove. Flux is important for upgrading your gems and gear, so it's imperative that you start growing what Flux you have as soon as possible. Flux is the pinnacle of usefulness in Trove. If you can't buy it with Flux, she's not a girlfriend worth having. Don't have enough Flux? Start grinding. Lazy Flux disappears. Make your Flux work for you, not the other way around. Don't know what to flip? Wait until next week. I'll have a guide out talking about how to profit off flipping. Tip number 2 is start focusing on one class. Don't jump around between your Shadow Hunter, Neon Ninja, Gunslinger, and Lunar Lancer trying to get them all leveled up at the same rate. Pick one and focus on it until you're U9 or 20k PR or more. No matter how much you believe, playing the Shadow Hunter pre-class gem won't feel any less like eating glue, even if you're leveling something else alongside it. Pick one class and focus on it until you can start generating gems for your other classes. Once you get into the end game, you can start focusing on the rest. Or you could quit Trove and do something productive with your life. Trove and productive in the same sentence. Tip number 3 is stay in the recommended Uber zones when leveling. But how do I know which Uber is best for my level? Well, before you try hopping into U9 with your level 23 pre-class gem Shadow Hunter, try taking the glue bottle out of your mouth, hover over that Uber zone, and look at the infographic. If your level doesn't match up with the recommendation, don't farm in that zone. Dungeons per hour is usually a better statistic than XP per dungeon when leveling. When you're in a higher Uber level, you might get more XP per dungeon, but you're completing less dungeons per hour, and as a result, you're likely learning less experience, unless you've got a group of friends you're farming with. Which you don't. It feels pretty crappy to take on that content alone. Take some time, slow it down, sit in that lower Uber zone, and get your level up. It shouldn't be embarrassing to be in a lower Uber zone. We all started somewhere. Moving right into tip number 4 is start using flash deals. Now, I know, I said these tips are for new and free-to-play players, and I know it sounds kind of contradictory to use something from the cash shop, but seriously, you can use them. You can farm the Flux needed to buy credit pouches on Gathering Day. One efficient Gathering Day should be enough to net you a couple credit pouches, or one date with a Trove girl. They're a great way to boost your account. They can accelerate what would be weeks of progress into one purchase. I know credit pouches are expensive, but they're very farmable. If you flip and gather efficiently, and only go for the 5-minute date, you can get those credit pouches or those flash deals. If you're dedicated, there shouldn't be any reason you can't afford them. So start using flash deals. They can cut down the time it takes to get dragons and power rank drastically. Hopping right in, tip number 5 is set goals and be consistent. This is going to sound really cliche and self-explanatory, but it's seriously the best tip I can give. When I was free to play, the thing that kept me going was reaching that next goal and copious amounts of caffeine. It's one of the most rewarding things you can do, really. If you want to get anywhere in Trove or in other hobbies, dedication and consistency are what will get you there. Nobody reached 34k PR in a week, and if they did, they're now more broke than the Shadow Hunter's ult. So, Set short and long-term goals, and start setting aside some time in your schedule dedicated to playing Trove and reaching those goals. For some more resources on how to set goals and the SMART goal system, I'll leave a couple of links down in the description for some articles for you to read. Alrighty, that was my 5 tips for new and or free-to-play players in Trove. If you just so happen to be listening to this, know you are a wonderful person for sticking around till the end, and I've got a market guide coming down the pipeline for release next week. So, if you liked the video, you can leave a nice fat red handprint on that like button. If you didn't, then don't. Subscribing helps boost the channel and my ego, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have much to say now. I guess end of the video. I'm Chris, aka Relaxed Latest, signing off. Stay comfy.